And the Knicks fall short. We got a quick look. The Knicks rally comes up 1 point short.
Take note.
Big Beach.
We're here.
My man, Alan,
It's different this time.
Woo! Another
There's always excitement with the Knicks. That is the one thing I have been saying year after year after year. No matter what's going on, there's excitement. Listen, this is a preseason game, so the score doesn't count, right? But the game sure as hell counts.
We learned a lot
Game
tonight.
counts.
I think it got a lot harder for Fizz. You know, there are points of this game where I thought, okay, I'm seeing who the rotation's gonna be. But then a lot of guys
And then it kind of switched.
Yeah, a lot of guys tonight who are not having good preseasons ended pretty well. So I really have no idea what he's gonna do. But let's start with the man.
Who are we starting with? Oh my God.
Turn the 6 upside down.
It's a 9 now.
Turn the 6 upside down. It's a 9 now.
I said it during the game on Twitter. I know every time I'm talking, I'm bringing up Twitter. Follow right below. You can see me tweeting during the game. But RJ reminds me of Dwayne Wade in 2003. Dwayne Wade came in.
I could see that look.
That look, and he basically told Miami without saying it, hey, you're on my back. I'm gonna carry this franchise to being a great team. And RJ gives me that vibe. What a performance! First half had the Garden rocking, and he has that it factor, man.
RJ, solid performance with 19 points, 3 assists, 6 rebounds. Could not be more happy with those numbers. And even outside of those numbers, just his performance. Because even when he wasn't scoring, he was attempting to score. He was still shooting. And I like that look because there's no hesitation with him. He's taking the shots. He knows eventually he's going to make it. Yeah. So the thing is, this is, preseason is the time to do that. And even, earlier in the season, this is the time to do that. Take those shots, develop your game. And that's what I'm seeing him doing. He's developing his game and I'm loving his game.
He looks like it. Like that it factor, that guy that's just you can ride to the finish line. Right now, you're seeing him getting to the rim. He's getting to the rim a lot better than I thought he would. I knew he was pretty strong already for being 19 in college, but obviously stepping up that level. But he's pushing these men around, so now I'm not worried about it. His touch around the rim is great with his left hand. He's passing well. Tonight he was 9 for 12. That's an excellent shooting percentage. I mean, he's getting to the rim as well, and his jumper's not been as bad as many people think, but outside of all that, and his defense, let me just say that as well. His defense has been so much better than many thought it would be at this level. Crazy kind of looking at this game because Zion was not playing. And
you know what's so weird about Zion not playing?
You
so
forgot?
New Orleans. I seriously forgot. The first half of the game went by. And I'm watching New Orleans, and they're a good team.
Yeah.
They've got some nice players on the team. I think they're making it to the playoffs. JJ Redick already said that he's made it like 13 times. He's not missing out this time.
Well, he told Zion you can't mess up.
Right. Is he like one of the number one shooters in the league? Because
JJ Redick is still amazing. Yeah.
So I completely did not miss Zion for the first half of the game. And then I was like, oh shoot, he was supposed to play. So
I know.
How much more entertaining would this game have been with him in it? And would the score have been even anywhere close to what it was? I think we did miss a nice opportunity to see RJ and him play together, though. But it is what it is. He's injured,
and looking at Zion with the injury, he might be out. I think 4 to 6 weeks potentially. I think with the MCL meniscus tear, we'll see. Mm-hmm. We'll see. But that's my theory based on what they've said so far. But look at tonight, RJ, the consolation prize for the Knicks, having a great game, really showing out. I think he's going to have a really good season. And because Zion's going to miss some time, maybe RJ can be in the running for Rookie of the Year. But it's like we said, it's everything about him. It's his vibe, his look. It just feels like franchise player.
It does. And I initially did say many times that he was going to have a harder transition coming into the NBA, because I always feel that these guys that are really, really good in college, they don't come here and immediately do really, really well. It takes them some time. So far, he's not showing us that. He's showing us that he's fitting right in. So if this is the path he's taking, I'm all good with this.
Right. Last thought on RJ. I want to say Fizz is playing him way too many minutes. He did this with Knox last year. RJ played 36 minutes today, which means he must have averaged something like 36, 37 minutes in the preseason. I know Fizz is going to say he's 19, he has the legs, but the regular season starting now, so at least the games will count, but I hope
Right.
to see a bit more rotation there. I don't want to wear him down in his first season. Moving on, Julius Randle, really nice game for him as well. I think, I feel like he started off a bit rougher at the beginning of preseason, and like every game he's got a bit better.
Yes, I agree.
Fourth quarter today, last year we had a lot of guys in the fourth quarter couldn't make a shot. And you could see now having a guy like Julius, and he was hitting his threes, which is great to see.
Yeah,
Really
man.
took on and that play that he messed up at the end when he got so excited, I think.
Yeah.
I laughed at it because all I could think of when I saw it was, you know what? He's feeling it. You know what I mean? I'm going to let him get away with it, even though it's a bad play.
Julius Randle, a nice, solid game from him with 20 points, 5 assists, and 9 rebounds. Definitely is out of any shell that he may have been in.
Yeah.
Very confident on the court, and I think wanting to lead this team, showing disappointment, yes, there at the very end, and unjustly so, but really enjoyed watching him play tonight as well.
Yeah. I mean, good for him to have his moment. Like I was saying before, I really think when he got that steal and ran up, he was seeing Melo versus the Bulls. He was seeing Willis Reed coming out. He was seeing the 4-point play by Larry Johnson. Like, you could feel the crowd stood up, and Randall's like, yeah, this is it in preseason.
Yeah.
he ripped his shot, or he lost the ball that play, and then later on, he couldn't hit the game winner. But love to see it. Someone who's embracing, just like RJ, someone who's embracing this very heavy in New York, playing a lot of point forward. Sometimes I don't like it because I see, his handle is not that great and is prone to turning the ball over. I believe today he had 4 turnovers, which is a lot for a big man.
Right.
But you look at the 5 assists, you saw him and RJ have a little bit of chemistry going.
Definitely.
So I think we're going to see him handle the ball a lot. But Fizz has really emphasized a offense where whoever gets the ball can just run with it. It doesn't always have to be the point guard.
Right.
Anyone else can get it set up. So I think that's what we're seeing with Randle. Hopefully the kinks work out, but this was a decent performance for him. And a nice note for him to head into next season's opener against the Spurs.
Right. Yes.
Another guy I want to talk about tonight is the man on the shirt, ISO Zoe, out of the doghouse. There's been a bit of controversy with Zoe. I don't know if you saw today, but Begley.
No, I didn't see what happened today.
Yeah, Begley had a report, I believe, yesterday about players being a little bit disgruntled about their minutes. And I believe the player was Alonzo Trier because at the last game of the Hawks, when he didn't play.
Right.
After the game, he retweeted a promo for the game that said something about him, like, can't wait to see ISO Zoe tonight. Right? And he had something on his Instagram story that might have been controversial or might have been like subliminal. So I get, a source told Begley that the rumors are starting that someone's upset. And I definitely think so. But tonight, Zoe comes in, didn't start that well. At halftime, I was like, oh, Zoe's not going to play at all during the season. Then comes in the second half and does what he does best. ISO gets to the rim, has that fire in him to score, and we needed it in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, Alonzo Trier with a solid 17 points, and he knows how to score in the clutch minutes of the game. Not everyone has that ability or the confidence level to catch the ball and know they're going to try to score or shoot because it's like, oh, I only have a few seconds left, and let me give that burden to somebody else.
Yeah, it's not him.
He seems to be very willing to take that burden because he wants the glory as well on the other end.
Yeah,
so,
it's both sides.
Yeah,
I mean, some guys are just natural bucket getters, whether it's from outside, whether it's driving to the rim. I mean, his 3-pointer was pretty bad today, 1 for 6, and he did miss those back-to-back open threes. You're talking about clutch, but to take away too, like, he had 2 open threes, and he hit the rim both times, which is a bit disappointing.
Right.
So, give and take, but ISO Zoe can get buckets.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting now to see where he fits in this rotation. That lineup at the end, and we talk about Dennis Smith as well after, with Dennis Smith, Zoe, Randle, RJ at the 3, Randle at the 4, and Mitch at the 5. Could be a starting lineup. I like that lineup a lot. So I know Fizdale is obviously still trying to figure out who the point guard's going to be. It's not. It's Dennis Smith Jr. He just
so I'm just going to say, even though he only had not only he had his 9 points, 6 assists, and 9 rebounds. He looked so much healthier. I definitely realized that from the last game against the Hawks that his back definitely was still giving him some issues.
Yep.
And when you have that kind of injury, you can't just jump back into it. You do have to take it a little easier. And you saw tonight from the last game that he definitely feels a lot more comfortable. He's using his body a lot more. He is going to be that dynamic player. he has to get the ball in the basket.
Yeah, he has to hit his shots. His shots are...
He's getting there because he's still taking the shot.
Yeah.
I think it's just a matter of practice. And I think I heard Rebecca saying that, he's in the gym every night to 10, 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
So I think that's going to come around and he will end up hitting those shots because look at how close the game was.
I know, a couple of shots here and there. I mean,
a couple of shots here and there, we won the game.
We won the game. He was 2 for 12, so really bad, horrible shooting night for him. But like we said, first game, second game back, getting into the flow, looked so much better tonight. The first game, it looked like he didn't even want to be there. He didn't like basketball anymore. Tonight, you saw, kind of more of the real Dennis Smith Jr. I felt last game, I'm like, I'm not Dennis Smith's biggest fan, but I felt last game like that's not him. That's definitely not him. I think even with the poor shooting tonight, I think he's done enough to possibly win the job. I think what's going to happen is you're going to see Dennis and Alfred be the main point guard rotation. I think Fizz is going to put in Frank at the 1, the 2, or the 3, depending on the game and when he wants defense.
I could see that. I
think Frank's not going to have a set position. I think he's just going to be thrown out there, and which could be good for him as well because he could just focus in on D.
Right.
I do think Dennis Smith and Alfred might do rotation to start. Personally, and Alfred had a good game today, actually, but he still had 5 turnovers. But I really thought, just based off preseason, that it looks like it should be Dennis starting and Frank as the backup and Alfred as the emergency one if Frank and Dennis aren't doing well. But I do have a feeling Fizz is going to have Frank being the kind of guy who's going everywhere. A couple more guys I want to bring up tonight. I really liked what I saw from Kevin, Knox, and Mitch.
Yes, I did.
2 guys who were kind of like okay in preseason. Knox a bit better than Mitch. Mitch, I would actually say a little bit disappointing just because, you almost didn't see some of the Mitchiness he was doing last year, the big Mitchness.
Right.
Which is just the blocks, the dunks, everything. And I thought tonight you really saw him kind of come back to the Mitch that we know and love.
Right. Then the only thing with Mitch, yes, we know he can block. Yes, we know he can dunk. But during off season, he was practicing his field goal shot, and I haven't seen that yet.
Shots, yeah.
I want to see that just because, it can come in handy.
Yeah,
it can definitely come in handy, especially the fact that we don't have shooters. Him being able to shoot from somewhere else on the court will be a really good plus for us.
One more thing about Mitch as well that I want to bring up. His screens are horrible. Mitch sets screens, and he's already thinking about leaving the screen. The truth is about setting a screen is you're supposed to be there, and the goal is not what you do after. The goal is to hit the guy, then decide. Right there, you're gonna roll, you're gonna pick and pop or whatever. Mitch, as the second before the contact, he already starts moving. So instead of setting a screen, he's setting an illusion.
So he's setting the screen and then he's moving before the screen actually happens.
Yeah, he's trying to slip the screen too quickly. And good centers like Patrick Ewing would set solid screens. It's important. Screen setting is important. You're freeing up the point guard or the two or whoever has the ball. Or the and other guy.
Yeah, and he's
him not doing that is that's an immature thing, and I really hope Fizz and the coaching staff will pick up on that with him.
And he's still getting into foul trouble early. I mean, beginning of the fourth quarter, I think he was already in. Beginning of the beginning of the second half, he already had 4 personal fouls.
Yeah,
and that's too early for a player like him because he could be a really valuable person
at the rim when he's playing defense.
Yeah, so you don't want to lose. You don't, and the thing is, teams are going to start watching tape and knowing that about him. So you don't want him in foul trouble beginning of the second half. They're going to put him to sit down, and then he's not able to block and not able to make those dunks. You need that.
I think you're 100% right. The first year it's like Jeremy Lin, right? The first year, even it was the same season for Lin, but the first year you get your chance. Oh my God, you're doing so well. Second year, now you're on the scouting report, and they're really aiming what you do. I saw in preseason, some of the earlier games, I felt like teams were looking for Mitch to catch the lob at the rim. And they're kind of bumping him before he got to the rim, not letting it happen as freely as last year. So big year for him, being a real starting center and not just the guy off the bench.
Kevin Knox, I was very excited watching him. Funny enough, even though, yes, I was very excited about RJ. RJ. I was most excited watching Kevin because I don't want him to get left by the wayside. And
I have a feeling that's kind of been happening in a way. Kevin's kind of the forgotten guy. Mitch gets a lot of praise. RJ's here, blah, blah, blah. Randall's a new kid,
Right.
Funny for Knox. Knox only played 18 minutes today, and he's been playing about 18 minutes or so every preseason game. Right. And last year, Fizz played Knox all game long. Knox was playing high 30s as a rookie, playing horrible for a lot of time, but getting all the minutes in the world. And I think this year is going to be the exact opposite. I felt during the game, Knox was looking at Fizz like, what happened, man? Where's the thing that we do where you play me a lot? I like the thing we did, and no matter what, this year's going to be different, but I do think it's going to be good for Knox. I think last year, he has stamina issues. Sometimes he kind of he's not paying attention to the game anymore.
Right.
I think him coming in 18 minutes and knowing he has to perform in those 18 minutes and he's not going to get more is really going to be good for him in year 2. The exact opposite from year 1. But that kind of combination I could see leading to a player in year 3. It's like Goldilocks, too cold, too hot, right in the middle. I think year 3, you're going to see everything kind of come together for him. But it should be an interesting year for him kind of coming off the bench and trying to find his spots. But in the end, Dotson came back tonight. Nice
that was nice
for him. I thought
nice.
Bobby was efficient, which was good to see. 6 boards for him. Still, defense is going to take some work. Ellington hit his shot. I feel like everyone played pretty well tonight, and I think we're starting to see where the rotation's going to go. I definitely think you can lock in RJ, Randle, Mitchell for those 3. Morris is 4. Morris didn't play tonight. I think that was rest.
Yeah.
And at the 5th guy, I think it's going to be Dennis Smith. I'll be really shocked if it's anyone else.
Okay.
Then, I think the bench is going to kind of figure itself out. But, Taj didn't play tonight either, and he's definitely going to play. So, but I think, we end preseason 1 and 3, but I think we feel pretty good coming off of this game. One last thing, just remembered, our 3-point defense is so bad. Every game, we're letting teams destroy us from deep. The Pelicans as a team shot 42% with 41.5% from deep. That's insane.
And what did we shoot?
Yeah, what did we shoot in the end, actually? I believe we shot, I'm going to tell you right now, 39%. So not bad, actually.
Right.
But the point is, we were 13 for 33, right? And they were 17 for 41. We these threes we're giving up every game. We got to stop it. But let's get the season on the road. That's where I am. I'm like, let's go.
Let's go, Knicks.
All right, guys. Peace.
All right.
As always, thanks again for watching our video. Do not forget to subscribe and turn on your notifications. That way you'll know every time that we post a new video. And check out some of our other stuff.